report to the Steelers facility yesterday, like many people, including some of his teammates, expected. Bell's agent told SiriusXM yesterday that Le'Veon will, quote, get there when he's there. Offensive lineman Ramon Foster criticized Bell to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, saying, quote, here's a guy who doesn't give a damn. He's making 7 times what I make, twice as much as Alejandro Villanueva is making, and we're the guys who do it for him.
Very honored and humbled to be named ACC Player of the Year. I want to give a huge thanks to all my coaches and teammates, especially my offensive line who blocked for me all year.
James Conner, the defending ACC Player of the Year, is out for this year with a knee injury.
He's a guy that wants to play. I mean, that guy's a football player. He wants to play the game, and if he could tape it up and go, he would.
Got unfortunate news just a few days ago. I actually been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a cancer. But I got a great staff with me.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a monster to scare all you kids. Y'all scared, what you running from? Y'all scared, what you running from? Y'all scared, what you running from?
Welcome to the career mode of James Conner. This was far and away the most requested career mode for this week's video. And I could get behind it because I had James Conner in all 3 of my fantasy leagues because I knew he was going to do very well. Now, there's a couple reasons why. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the introduction video to this. I don't know if it's going to be highlighting James Conner's past or the Le'Veon Bell scenario. But I'm always a person that said, you need to understand, first and foremost, Le'Veon Bell is a superstar running back. He is no matter what way you want to cut it, no matter how biased you may feel you are in this game, and in life, he's a top 5 running back, no matter what way you cut it, maybe even debatably top 3. I knew, however, that a big reason why Le'Veon Bell is as successful as he is the offensive line. I feel like when it comes to this contract negotiation and the holdout, not enough people that are biased Homer Le'Veon Bell fans are giving the Steelers offensive line enough credit. I knew a guy like James Conner, who's a talented running back, will succeed behind this offensive line. I think it'd be pretty far-pressed to find a decent starting caliber running back that wouldn't succeed behind the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. To a lesser extent, they are the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, we saw D'Angelo Williams have like a late career resurgence behind this offensive line. So don't get it twisted. Le'Veon Bell is a superstar, but I don't know if Le'Veon Bell could have the kind of success he's had with Pittsburgh if you put him on the Jets or you put him on like any of those other teams. So because I knew that James Conner would get that work, have the block in front of him, I knew he was going to do good. And another reason why is James Conner was a legit running back before he got cancer, and that's obviously an awesome story. It was one of those feel-goods of the draft last year when he got drafted because he's definitely gone through his own fair share of adversity. But I mean, he was a guy that was considered like a second-round running back in the draft. I don't know what round does it say here when he got drafted. 3rd, 4th round, somewhere in that range. 3rd round pick. He was a 3rd round pick, pick 41. Before cancer, he was a guy that was almost a lock to go in the 2nd round. Maybe could creep up into the 1st. I personally never really had him in the 1st because I just think from an athletic standpoint, maybe not quite there. But he is everything you want, man. He is a power back. He is currently, for this game, number 49 ranked running back in the league. But he was a touchdown machine at Pitt. And I think that, given the circumstance, James Conner, if Le'Veon Bell decides to hold out for the rest of the year, if Le'Veon Bell gets traded, which looks really, really unlikely, James Conner can be that dude for the Pittsburgh Steelers. James Conner can be the guy that carries the load to help the Pittsburgh Steelers get into the playoffs. Now, the game against the Browns that just happened this weekend where he went off, 150, 160 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. His game was insane. He put up a Le'Veon Bell type game. And yeah, people want to like, oh, well, no one's talking about his fumble. His fumble did not really have, in the grand scheme of things, the outcome was determined by Ben Roethlisberger's turnovers. It was nothing that went on James Conner. And I kind of hope that if he can get a stranglehold over this backfield in Pittsburgh, obviously I'm a neutral. Steeler fans may have a different opinion here. I want to see what James Conner can do as the starter. So that is what we're doing here for this career. No more Le'Veon Bell in Pittsburgh. We're going to see maybe what the future holds. Because let's be honest, Le'Veon Bell probably not returning to Pittsburgh next year. James Conner is the guy. James Conner is that dude Let's see what we can do with James Conner, and can we win the Pittsburgh Steelers another Super Bowl? And I guess more so, can we get them over the hump of the New England Patriots with James Conner at running back? All right, first up for our season goal, I want to break 1,000 yards. I want 1,000-yard rushing behind this offensive line. Now in the sim, 1,000 yards, pretty difficult. I think we can get the job done. All right, so here we are at the end of year 1, and a ugly 8-8 still gets us into the wild card. I mean, that is not great by Pittsburgh Steelers standards, but the playoffs is the main indicator here. Looking at our season stats, Big Ben had to carry the load a little bit, but look at James Conner, went over 1,000 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Didn't really think Steven really would vulture us that much. And he also chipped in for 27 catches, 332 yards, and a receiving touchdown. So that is, we'll round it up, say 1,400 yards from scrimmage and 5 touchdowns. I think the TDs would be a little bit low considering he got, what, 2 or 3 in his first game. But that's not that bad from the sim. Knowing what we know about the sim and how I would say 65 to 70% of the time you're not getting a 1,000-yard rusher. The fact that James Conner is a work in progress, and James Conner had, what, 77, 78 overall? Not bad, and we're trending in the right direction. Now, we have been using our skill points because ultimately he's not as bad a receiving back as his stats kind of show you here. He can catch the ball. He's not a liability. We already saw that in that Browns game. I'm not really cheesing it. I'm trying to like slowly work on everything. I'm not just going to straight spend on power back. I think we've got, what, we're +3 right now, but we've had 5 skill points. I've used 3 on power back, 2 on receiving back, but we'll continue just to upgrade the power back here. Because, you know, the better his base overall is, the better he will perform in the sim, and the quicker we can upgrade everything. So as we get into our playoffs, I mean, look, we go. He's limited from a speed standpoint. He's not a breakaway guy, but we've improved. He's now gone up 10 spots in terms of like the analysis there where he ranks among the league. That 92 trucking's a bad man. Look, his catching. We got his catching already up to a 70. So there we go, man. The James Conner era is on. We are in the playoffs. If we make a decent run here, we'll pop in and get us some action with him. But they got to show that they can at least get a win as an 8-8 wildcard team. And that's a brutal loss. That's a tough pill to swallow, losing 40-38 to the Denver Broncos. Big Ben, Case Keenum got in a shootout. Neither defense played particularly well. James Conner's 85 yards. Why do I keep seeing Connors? James Conner, 85 yards. We got vultured by Ridley, or else, you know, Conner would have punched the ball in. But yeah, unfortunately, we fell a little bit short here in year 1, but it is a transitionary period between Le'Veon Bell to James Conner for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's get into year 2. As we start year 2, we get another skill point that we spent from the preseason. He's starting out with a base of an 83 overall, looking to build upon much more the touchdowns, the 1,000 yards that he set a year ago. We didn't break it because you can't just, I don't know why they don't have 1,000. I feel like 1,000 should be there. But we'll go 1,100 yards. Once again, hopefully we can be better than an 8-8 wildcard team this season. Come the end of year 2, we did not even crack the playoffs again. Oh, because we don't have Le'Veon. Everyone in the AFC North was pretty damn good, 9-7, as it's right at the bottom. We do have a skill point here for Conner, so we will use that to upgrade the power back, which knocks him up to an 87. What's his dev trade? Is his dev trade still a normal? Or did we get a bump at any point? I probably say that. Oh, quick, very nice. When did he get that? When did we get that quick? Oh, this year, very nice. We got a quick dev this year, so he's only going to continue to get better and better. But the what was the reason why we lost? Oh, maybe it was Ben Roethlisberger with an average season. Touchdowns are up almost 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns for James Conner. We got on the receiving front, look, getting a lot more involved, 37 catches, almost 500 yards, and a TD. So that's, you know, we'll round that up, say just 1,500 yards from scrimmage, and we got just shy of 10 touchdowns. So it's not bad. Like I say, he's not Le'Veon Bell yet, but everyone else had a down year. Hardly can blame it on James Conner. Now, if you're trying to say that maybe Le'Veon Bell in the offense could have elevated, maybe. But, you know, James Conner's not sitting out. He's playing. He's giving it all for his team. And although we fell short in a uber-competitive AFC North this year, we'll bounce back for year 3. As we get ready for the 2020 season start, again, we have yet to break. I mean, what do we get for touchdowns here? I feel like this will be the year we break 1,100 yards. Looking at our offense, how our team is shaping up now, knowing we're, you know, James Conner's, what is he, 87? 87 right now. We've already took him from, what is he, a 62 receiving back all the way up to a 69. Most of his rushing stats have stayed the same. We are trying to develop better as a catcher. 72 catching, the route running is pretty good. That'll probably actually do it as far as I think the catching is concerned. Maybe we'll go one more to see if we can get that short route running into the 70s. Other than that, man, we probably could work on his elusiveness a little bit. But there's only so much you can do with a guy that's, you know, 235. You know, maybe that's a little bit generous, so we'll continue probably to go in all in on power back, especially because with Ben Roethlisberger and those guys starting to slow down, it's time for Connor to become the premier feature player of this offense. So looking at our depth chart, how it shapes up, Ben Roethlisberger's an 84. We have this guy, Gordon. So I assume we invested our first round pick in a quarterback from Clemson. We still got or Antonio. Oof, don't have Lev. 290s. James Washington's not really developing a whole lot, but offensive line is not. This is not the offensive line that Le'Veon Bell got to work behind. Really, one guy that's still plus 90. Got to work that out for us. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. We're popping in now because this is probably going to be the end of the era for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I see after this season all those guys like Big Ben and Antonio Brown and his offensive linemen. They're probably going to be nuked. We will play actually until 5 years max, but this is probably going to be our best chance to win. So we're going to pop in with James Conner's 11-5. Pittsburgh Steelers take on the 7-9 New York Jets. Now, James Conner on the year. We are now a 90 overall. We still got that quick dev. That's definitely a big-time help. But we've made him into really complete back. We're working on some of the elusive stats. Juke move, spin move, elusiveness are no longer like low 70s. His catching is 75, short route running 70. So we've been using a lot of our skill points going towards that versus investing into power back. How do we actually do statistically on the season? We are second in the AFC North with an 11-5 record, 12-4 Ravens. I guess Lamar Jackson's doing all right, but you can see Big Ben kind of plateauing a little bit now. That's why, if we're going to win, it's probably got to be this year. But, I mean, the future could be bright with Gordon, 6'7", mobile quarterback. But James Conner, great year, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. We got vultured a bunch by Peyton Barber, but it is what it is. Receiving, he also chipped in for 22 catches, almost 350 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So that is, we'll round that up, say 1,600 yards from scrimmage and 7 touchdowns, which, I mean, in reality, that's kind of getting into that Le'Veon Bell atmosphere, which, considering he's on a rookie deal and not the $30 million, whatever the fuck Le'Veon Bell wanted guaranteed. We'll take that. We will take that. So let's finally get our hands on James Conner in this offense as we take on the Jets in the wild card. Oh, let's go. Big first run, baby. Big first run, gain of 10. You can already feel the power. It's a rainy day, so we're probably going to try to keep it on the ground as much as possible. All right, 3rd and 4. Definitely want to see if I can be a nice little option here. Let's move out, go deep. I feel like we got a good chance. We were working on his receiving. Oh, doesn't matter. It's still a drop. Phenomenal. Oh, what are you doing? He had a stroke. Oh, no. That would have been a 98-yard touchdown run, and then I don't know what happened there. That looked like Space Jam when Charles Barkley got all the talent sucked out of him. That's just what happened to James Conner. Look at this. Gets the outside. That's last guy. Breaks the tackle, and then he just collapses. Get that guy some Gatorade. Are there a bunch of aliens sucking his talent into a football? Huh? Ben Roethlisberger's so bad, man. I have no idea how I'm going to win. He will not take a shot downfield. He'll always throw a check down, and he just turns the ball over so much. I'm a Big Ben fan. He's ass. He plays like ass right now. 2nd and 2. All right, this is not good because this means Ben Roethlisberger has to throw it to the end zone, or if it's inbounds, probably not any points. Let's see if you can see what we... Oh, there you go. That's the Ben I know. That's the Ben I've seen so far today. 3rd and 2 on the 16. For the love of God, get it out of bounds. I want points. Hard enough as it is to try to win a game as a running back only. Oh, there you go. Great pass. And we missed the field goal. Brilliant. Throw it fucking downfield, man. I don't even want to be here right now watching this. Every pass. He's not taking a shot to the cover athlete. He's just checking it down every pass. Are you kidding me? Oh! 4th and 1, trying to keep this game going. Don't know why. See if we can get it. We bounce to the outside, and we get the first down. Because that's what he does. 12 carries, 120 yards so far. I think we have 2 or 3 catches, too. He's the offense. 4th and 6, game on the line. Let's see. I guarantee he's got to check down to Vance McDonald, short of the sticks. That's what we get. Oh, can he do something with me off the field? Oh, short of the sticks. Big surprise. Well, we lost. Thank God that's over. I regret that. Not a lot went happen, but we did really well with, we went against Le'Veon Bell. Look who had the better game. James Conner, 133 yards. We didn't have the touchdowns because we didn't even get in the scoring positions to do that. And clearly looked like Le'Veon Bell. Looked at no big long runs. He was just converting in the red zone. Le'Veon Bell, 3 catches, 27 yards. James Conner, 5 catches, 54 yards. So, new dog in town, but that was horrific. And I'm not playing another game with Ben Roethlisberger as my quarterback, like I said, unless we miss the Super Bowl, because that was not good. New season's here. Our season goal will remain this. Actually, we'll go 1,400 yards. Why not? Why not be ambitious? Is Ben Roethlisberger still our quarterback? No, thank God he's gone. And I say that as a Ben Roethlisberger fan. Maybe that's what we found out. Maybe we found out that's why Le'Veon Bell's so important to the Steelers. He really hides all the weaknesses that Ben Roethlisberger has. But it is the Tyrone Gordon era. Let's see if that makes a difference. Probably not. All right, end of year 4. I think this would be transitioning period. New quarterback. So we went 6-10, and the AFC North is full of a bunch of killers. Here's the quarterback. Was not very good. Offense just wasn't very good in general. 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns for James Conner. We got on the receiving front 30 catches, 355, and 3. So what's that put us at? That puts us at like 1,400. We'll be generous. 1,400 yards from scrimmage and 7 touchdowns, which is still 14 and 7. That probably puts him in, like, if you're trying to like rank running backs, 1,407 in real life. You'd be top. That's a top 10, maybe even top 8 running back, which I think most people would accept for James Conner. Yeah, hopefully this quarterback has been developing nicely, and let's see, what's his overall? He started out at 80. I don't know, I have the auto spend on, so he's now at 82. Maybe we'll have a little bit better luck come next year. I'm not gonna lie, we're just gonna keep rolling here. Year 5, we were dog shit again, 5-11. Tyron Gordon, not good. James Conner, big year from him though, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. We also chipped in with 36 catches, almost 4. We'll make a generous roundup and say 500 yards and a touchdown. So that's 1,700 yards from scrimmage, 13 touchdowns. It's James Conner show. Maybe now James Conner can appreciate where Le'Veon Bell was coming from when I talked about contract. Now, can I actually see what his contract is? Because I think we've got it re-signed here. He got a $34 million. What did he got? $34 million deal. $12 million signer bonus. That's not bad. That's good money. That's more than Le'Veon Bell. That's pretty much double. Le'Veon Bell wants double that. So, Steelers fans, you get what you pay for, I guess. Let's see how many more years of this nonsense we can get in. And at the end of 2023, oh my God, we're still bad. 7-9. This guy sucks. Get a new quarterback. Can we please get a new quarterback? James Conner, 1,200 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns. He also chipped in for 300 receiving yards and a touchdown as well. Just a down year because his quarterback is butt cheeks. Tyrone Gordon, not very good. My player, you know what? I kind of want to try. He's a 95 overall base. I think what's Le'Veon Bell, 96. So it'll be nice if we can get him up to a 96 and then start working on everything else. But he really is a complete running back. According to the game, he is the number 11th ranked in the league. His speed, we've actually got like the last 2 times we've used skill points, we've got +1 speed, which is generous. But look at that, man. That is a damn near complete runner. 78 catch. I mean, this is as close to a Le'Veon Bell as you're gonna see. I'm gonna assume that next year, 2024 is when they're progressing and stuff like that's gonna start slowing down. But I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe what's our quarterback at? Can we put it all together? Can we make a run? Got a bunch of 90s still. James Conner 95. Shazier, you got Juju. You got a guy that brings babies. The Stork 99. What's this quarterback though? 85. We got to figure out quarterback. How many quarterbacks do you need on a roster to realize I guess if you know that saying, if you don't have one quarterback, you don't have any. Or no, what's this? That's not saying that literally doesn't make sense. If you have 3 quarterbacks, you don't have any. I guess for us we have 2. Well, literally I think we have 8. Guess we didn't know how lucky we were with Ben Roethlisberger. All right, let's get to 2024. At the midway point, we're hitting that regression just like that. What was that, 4-point regression? Everyone knows that's probably one of the biggest things I hate about in franchise mode. It's just unrealistic, but I mean, it is what it is. Until, Madden 20, everyone start beating down the doors for regression sliders. We need that desperately. As we are sitting at 4-3, we might be able to make a run here. Even though James Conner is starting to wither down to a veteran running back, a.k.a. he's about to have 83 speed at the end of this season. And 8-8's the best. I'm done, man. This team sucks. And 8-8 is the best you can do. I think I'm about to, on one hand, I'm a big James Conner fan, and I hope James Conner can and will be the future starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But this sim is making it feel like if you don't have Le'Veon Bell, you don't have shit. Season stats is, oh, look, another quarterback. This guy sucks as much as the last couple. 1,400 rushing yards, 9 TDs for James Conner. Also thripped in almost 300 receiving yards and another touchdown. So we'll say 1,700 yards and 10 TDs. Looking at him for his career since he's been here. 1,000 yards every single season. What are we at here? Let's look at career stats. I want to see if maybe we can get a side-by-side because I'm done, man. This Pittsburgh Steelers and this career mode, like when you do a player career, especially of a running back, unless you know your team's going to be really, really good, I don't even want to say there's a point to it because you just don't have enough control to do anything. And knowing that you're taking over the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're aging. If you don't really win in that first 2-3 year window, you're screwed. That's kind of where we fell in. So let's see if we can find James Conner as almost 10,000. Well, almost. Still far away. I would imagine that if we played till he retired, he would have finished with around 10,000 rushing yards, probably 60 touchdowns, somewhere in that range, which is, I don't know if those are Hall of Fame numbers, but those are fringe Hall of Fame numbers. You also chip in almost 200 receptions, 2,500 yards, and 10 TDs. That's pretty damn good. Let's see if Le'Veon Bell's still on the Jets. Le'Veon Bell is still on the Jets, but let's see what he's done since. He's had some, I'm not going to lie. Okay, they're starting this point. 17 touchdowns is pretty crazy. But looking at that, being completely honest with each other, in all honesty, not that big of a drop-off. Maybe a couple more touchdowns here and there, but from a yardage standpoint and a salary standpoint, if you're trying to compare Le'Veon Bell and James Conner, not that big of a discrepancy, especially from where their contracts and stuff are at. So, I mean, from the Madden sim standpoint, fellas, I mean, you couldn't do it. James Conner to Le'Veon Bell's not as bad as you think. Plus, we were able to make James Conner into a pretty damn good player. Thanks to just earning that quick dev, definitely helped out a lot. And the fact that he did work. He did work. I wish we could have had a little bit more success, but as you saw with that gameplay, man, I'm pretty sure most of you guys felt my pain and frustration through just watching Ben Roethlisberger. I can't just run the ball 50 times a game and try to win. It has to ultimately, Ben Roethlisberger needs to make some plays with 97 overall Antonio Brown, 92 overall Juju Smith-Schuster, and instead he was just checking it down to the tight end every single time. And then Ben Roethlisberger retired, and we had no quarterback to throw the ball. So that will do it for the career of James Conner. What we found out is that he's a pretty damn good running back. Will succeed here as a lead running back at Madden. So I would say, hey, if in your save the Pittsburgh Steelers re-sign Le'Veon Bell, maybe go and get yourself a James Conner if you want not only a great feel-good story, but a guy that we were able to develop into the 90s. I don't know if I'm going to say that if we didn't get that quick dev trait, he probably would have been 85, which is still pretty damn good. So yeah, there we go, guys. That is the career mode of James Conner. Let me know in the comment section below what career modes you want to see future weeks. I'm planning on doing just one a week. I'm open to doing just I got a list, but I'm always welcome to adding new names to that list. I'm always welcome if there's some momentum to a certain player that might be a little bit further down my list than you guys want to push them ahead and do them sooner than later. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. I'm so frustrated from that gameplay that we had. I really wish we would have been able to take this a little bit further, but Pittsburgh Steelers suck. Pittsburgh Steelers suck in the sim. That'll do it for me today, guys. As always, if your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever.